Douglas Williams once said, "When humans act with cruelty, we categorize them as animals. Yet, yet the only animals that display cruelty is humanity." In this speech, we will discuss animal cruelty and how the Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture Act is important and what it does for animals' rights. Before I start, I want you guys to close your eyes and imagine being locked up in a cage, only being taken out to fight for your life against someone else. Now open them. Now think about your ears. I know that sounds crazy, but think about your ears. The shape of them, the feel of them. Now, think about if someone wanted to cut and tape your ears up just because they felt like it. Just because they thought you needed unnecessary cosmetic surgery. And now, think about this. People only taking you out just so you could reproduce and make more animals. So, on December 9th, 2010, an act was passed by the House of Representatives. I cannot say this word all the time. The House of Republicans.
Representatives.
Jesus. Called the Animal Crush Video Prohibition. GovernmentTrack.us says this act amends the federal crime code to reimburse the prohibition against depictions of animal cruelty, to prohibit anyone from knowingly creating an animal crush video. If such person intends or has reason to know that such video will be distributed or used as means of factory, so it means basically this video, you can't use this video in the US or in foreign commodity. It also prohibits the sale and marketing, exchange, or distribute of such video interstate and foreign commodity. You're probably wondering, what are animal crush videos? Well, the website goes on to say that animal crush videos are any photographic, motion picture, film, video, digital recording, or electric image that depicts conditions in which one or more non-human mammal, birds, reptiles, amphibians, intentionally being crushed, otherwise subjected to bodily injuries by law. But this law did not protect animals from other forms of cruelty. On November 25th, 2019, the Preventing Animal Cruelty and Torture Act was signed into law by the President. Animal Welfare Institute states that this law was signed to tie up the loopholes and address the other forms of abuse. For example, a person who travels from one state to another in order to engage in animal crushing might be prosecuted by the U.S. State Attorney in other states. So basically, you're going to jail regardless of what you do. Under the prohibition of this law, on the website, it goes on to say that the bill provides law enforcement and the criminal justice system with other tools for responding to such unspeakable acts of animal cruelty. With this bill being passed, there was controversy of the federal government for getting involved in states' issues. On a website called The Counter Table, there was a question asked that said, should animal cruelty be a federal crime? Many who responded to this question had mixed responses. So you got either no, they should not be involved, and yes, they should be involved. And the National Agricultural Law Center wrote an article called Animal Cruelty Laws and Ag. Where does the PACT Act fit? In this article, they talk about the things that the PACT Act covers and the things it doesn't cover. For example, the Act covers that people can't engage in animal crushing. However, to a certain circumstance of special interest folks involved in agriculture, except for individual who engages in custom veterinarian, so normal veterinarian and stuff like that. So other animals major practices. So if you own a farm, this law doesn't apply to you. So in other words, this means the ability to perform such acts as branding, dehorning, castrating, amongst others, are protected. This article goes on to say that because it's a federal law, it only affects where the action took place in or affects interstate or foreign commodity or on federal owned property. If this is an action that is limited to borders of single states, that law does not apply. This is a big problem, so that law really doesn't tie up all the loopholes, as they said. So, before I end my speech, I would like to give you information on how you can get involved in help stopping animal cruelty. I know people have seen the ASPS commercials with all the sad and sick looking animals. I know everyone has, and not many people know that the animals in the videos are actually animals that they rescued. Before the videos are taken before they are rescued. So you could always donate or get involved with their organization by just going to their website. If you're not a big fan of them and you decide, hey, I don't want to do that, you can go to the Humane Society. They're always looking for help and for people to take their animals. By me saying this, I would like to end my presentation today.